alive.
Oh. What? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
My keyboard didn't want to switch over. How rude.
Oh, rude. Like when Spock says that in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Chris House, Merry Christmas, everyone. The Android Cowboy, Happy Hanukkah. Matt Grady,
That's how it's
07.
I didn't open up Discord.
Gonna finish the cape. Maybe start on the sword. We'll see. Probably not. Probably just finish the cape. Alright, Jared. Double fist and baits. You know it.
Got a double fist. Fist and paint. Ah. Sunburn 70. Merry Saturday.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
Hmm.
Speaking of Friday, this is how I'm celebrating.
Yeah.
You better believe that's a Canada Dry Ginger Ale in the mini can.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Packed with a little bit of flavor.
Sergeant Patch, I really respect your grind, guys, and thanks for the amazing content. Yeah.
Oh, we're grinding.
Mm-hmm. Chris House just bought the second edition Necron Raiders, new in their blister packs, and I'm stoked. Sweet! Oh, good old the old Necrons. Some people think that that's when the Necrons were good.
And they were.
Mm-hmm.
And they're right. Blue Eyes, it's 4:05 in Sweden. No, it isn't. It just isn't.
Mm-hmm. George Jardo, help! I'm in a painting slump. Current projects look like poop, and it's super demotivating. Play Minecraft.
There you go. Play Minecraft.
Your painting will be right where you
Paint a
left
goblin.
it. Yeah.
Did you paint a goblin?
Oh, goblin.
I love a goblin.
Lucky bat. Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, ooh, lucky bat. Little lucky ooh, ooh.
Gary Gig Jason, I've been painting Pathfinders for Kill Team, and I'm really struggling painting Tau skin. I would say make sure that you work all the way up to almost white. Is my white paint. A wash for tau skin might not be a bad idea. Maybe a thinned down blue wash. Maybe even just throw a black on there and then just go back and really punch up your highlights.
Tur asks, Spleen, Jay, I wanted to shoot you a question about airbrushing. My airbrush is only spraying paint when I pull the lever back and forth rapidly, and is very minuscule amounts at that. What's the issue?
It's probably clogged.
It sounds clogged to me, too. Or maybe there's something wrong with the nozzle, like it's crimped a little.
Yeah, that can definitely happen. A little damaged nozzle.
Bent needle. Ah.
You should try spraying some water through it and see if you can.
Yep.
It might be easier to look at the problem than paint.
Give it a good clean.
Drake Dragon King. Yesterday I bought the Elite Starter Pack to be able to have some Necrons for a Crusade campaign, and I'm not sure how to paint the Marines. Any suggestions? Pink with yellow stripes. Vertical stripes.
And orange on top.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first one of the night.
Liquid water. Speaking of skin and white paints, I've been wanting to start a Flesh Eater Quartz Ghoul army, and I want them to be super pale and gross. I'm not great with flesh, so any tips? Games Workshop makes a great. Also, so does Army Painter. But if you contrast Apothecary White, it's a light gray contrast paint. I feel like that would be a really good basis for skin. You have to put this paint over white. You can't put this over like a black or something, because it'll look weird. You'll have light areas in all of the recesses, and then dark areas on the surfaces.
I love recess. It's my favorite time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Like going out in the playground and running around. Playing in the wood chips. Remember throwing wood chips at each other?
Yeah.
That's always the best. And then the lunch lady comes after you,
Mm-hmm.
which is a problematic term, and tells you to stop, and you get detention, and then you have to eat your lunch in the principal's office.
Spleen. Spraying water doesn't help. I'm thinking about soaking it in 90% isopropyl alcohol. All the paint I've sprayed through it is water-based acrylics anyways. Well, spraying water isn't going to help. You're going to be able to look at the stream of paint coming out, or stream of water coming out, and be able to have a little bit more information. Like, is it spraying like if it's not spraying in like that perfect cone, but instead is like shooting off to one side, it'll let you know that there's something wrong with the nozzle or needle. But yeah, cleaning it is a good idea. Two hands. Hey, you managed to finally catch a live stream since it's literally 10 after 4 here where I am in Europe. Just wanted to say hi. Hi.
It's 9 o'clock.
Marby Dog, here's a gaming question. Will Games Workshop ever give us a 30k Emperor, or would his power make it impossible to make playable rules? Probably not. He also didn't really take part in the Horus Heresy, except for, like, 1 second at the very end.
Internet man. Nick, what are you working on? Your mom! But besides that, I'm moving clips around. As always, I'm never not moving stuff around. And we have we took a bunch more clips, yesterday and today. But I really get to move around.
Oh, white paint, you are so hard to glaze.
Liquid water never fails, no matter the situation. I love a good your mom joke. It's the best. The Dark Knight Prinny. Nick, my mom weirdly is saying that you forgot your boxers here, but I don't understand how they ended up here to begin with. Huh, that sounds, yeah. Flipping a dude at 88. I just want all my dreams to come true. Don't we all? Internet man. Hey Jay, other than the Sword Brethren, what other kits from the Black Templar range have you been eyeing?
I guess all of them. Grimaldus for sure. Like, Grimaldus might be the next pickup with his servitor retinue.
Grimaldus is pretty sick. He's cool.
That's Reclusiarch Grimaldus.
Of course.
Taste the bullet. I'm actually thinking of picking up Apothecary White as I'm wanting to make a Bealtan army. Any pro strats for white armor kind of struggling. An airbrush would be incredibly helpful. Without an airbrush, yeah, Apothecary White contrast is very, very good. Yeah, it's hard to hide any crimes with white paint.
Right. Asks Fleen, so deep cleaning an airbrush, should I soak all the pieces in the cleaner?
Yeah. I just soak everything. There's an idea that it could damage the rubber O-rings if your airbrush has any. I don't know if it will or not. I soaked my airbrushes and I don't in 10% LE is totally awesome, 90% water, and everything seems okay. Jackster04, even though you are a Black Templar player, do you have any tips for Lamenter from your Lamenter Big figure on how to do decent yellows color for Space Marines. I mean, in that video, I show everything I do. I like to put orange in yellows because it makes them look a lot warmer and more interesting. So I would paint the model yellow and then maybe do a little glazing of orange in the shadows. Yining Su, Jay, thoughts on the Legion of the Damned? Very, very cool. The old models kind of sucked. Make new ones. I love Primaris versions of the Legion of the Damned.
I think they should keep making them out of metal.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Marby Dog.
Wheelin. Wheelin, which Space Marine chapter is your favorite?
Black Templar.
Orcs.
Marby Dog. Game Leadership has given us the Horus Heresy. Will they give us the Siege of Terra? I mean, isn't that really the same thing? The Siege of Terra is just the end bit.
More like boring heresy, am I right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna paint all of my World Eaters as late heresy. That was me pretending to care about 30k.
BD, any tips for lightning? NL lightning? Non-linear lightning? Effects and how common it is on their 30k. Oh, Night Lords! Night Lords. Yeah, you need a brush with a nice sharp tip, and you want to water down the paint so that it kind of flows. And then just touch it to the model and give a little wiggle. A little wiggle.
Give it a twerk.
Yeah.
Give that model a little twerk. Twerk of the brush. Limbo the dude. 30k is lame. Where's the goblins? Right?
Traspleen, I'm not saying that
goblins.
Traspleen, I'm not saying that the water was supposed to help. I'm saying that it sprayed the water the same way it sprayed the paint. I have about 5 minutes of good spraying a couple of weeks ago on a Dreadnought. Oh yeah, I would just give it a deep clean.
Give it a deep clean, and if it's still doing that, then it's probably your needle and nozzle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, make sure that your pressure is consistent.
Check your hose for
30K
leaks.
only last... Yeah, exactly. Remember when you had a leak in your hose?
I did, and it ruined everything.
Yeah, it did. Route, did 30k only last 8 years?
Yep.
That Canada Dry Ginger Ale really hit the spot.
Ooh, I bet.
That's the first... I'm the first person that said that. Just in life in general. You know what, though? I don't want to brag everybody, but after this stream and after the Patreon stream, because we have a Patreon stream where you can actually call in and chat with us during a special live stream with just the patrons and us, a lot of fun, I have ice cream. And I'm going to eat it. Not bragging.
Lord Vesh, still haven't mastered glazing. Do you in your peerless arrogance have any hot tips? Yes, buy this. It is Chroma's Josonja Magic Mix. Light sealer containing extender for open time that dries matte. This is a goo that you mix into your regular old paint, and it makes it a little bit transparent, but it keeps it sticky. Sometimes when you thin paint, it loses a little bit of its sticky as the paint kind of falls apart because you're thinning it down. And so Josonja is a really, really easy way. You just mix it in and it kind of preps your paints for blending and for glazing.
It's magic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's magic. Just Sonja. $11 on Amazon.
Ben M, what's the Patreon tier we need to subscribe to eat your ice cream instead of you? We haven't made that tier yet, but it will be a $20 tier. We will send you ice cream for $20.
Kotoko Kusanji. Hey Jay, when are you going to paint hentai minis? Tomorrow. That video comes out tomorrow.
Yeah. Really, you should paint a mini that's like all tied up or something.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun. The Android Cowboy. What type of ice cream? French vanilla. Plain old French vanilla. I didn't want any. I didn't want the bells and whistles. I wasn't feeling it.
Mm-hmm. Jackster.
You know that it's French vanilla. You know that it's French vanilla because it's wearing a little beret.
Yeah.
And smoking a cigarette indoors.
Jackster04. Does anybody know how to do a decent Imperial Fist colors? Ooh, I know. Yellow. That's the Imperial Fist colors. The Heresy models have black backpacks, which I think actually looks pretty slick.
I like the wolf head.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are the only one. Everybody else thinks it's an abomination and that Games Workshop hates the fans.
They do, though. And that's fun.
Mm-hmm. I like them too. I think they're fun. I want to make like a Legion of Space Marine. That's the Foxes, and they all have little robo tails and the like robot-y heads. And you know what? People would accept it 1,000,000 times more than female Space Marines.
Thank Magician. I like the wolf heads. The fact it triggers people makes me like them even more.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about stuff as well.
That's the real take.
Yep. That is how I feel about it as well.
Grady, any tips for shading or highlighting large flat areas, thinking Tau suits or vehicle chassis? Airbrush would make it super nice because you could just like spray on your highlight and shadow and it would take a few seconds with a brush. Gosh, sponging is a really good method for getting some color modulation on large flat spaces. RJM, hi, I've assembled the Void Dragon, but keep changing my mind on how to paint it. Any ideas? Not silver, please. Gold.
You should paint it silver. You should paint it gold with silver. I think bright pink. That's kind of what I would lean towards. Gregory Hall, I am once again here to request more Legion content. I don't think we'll ever do Legion content ever again. So
I might. Who knows?
The Shy Guy 489 gold and purple. Not a bad idea. Good luck. Tarask Clean, what's your hot take on Games Workshop changing their wash formula?
The new ones looks like they work better. But I did like the old formulas. I haven't played around with the new ones yet.
I think it's the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
If they pull away,
But that's what some people think.
yeah. If they darken the recesses while not doing much to the highlight areas, I feel like that's like the dream.
Yeah. So explain, Nick, how's the OnlyFans going? It is going great. Just broke 1 million buccarinos. Yeah. Who would have known that goblin twerking videos would be so popular?
Mm-hmm. Benjamin Cole, I got a question. What are the best paintbrushes for a budget and where to get them? Walmart packs of brushes. They get the job done. I use them all the time. Here's one right now. Boom.
Oh, now you're shilling for Walmart brushes?
Yeah.
Jeez, you've changed.
Uh-huh.
You used to only show for Raid Shadow Legends.
Manticore Jones, new washes are kind of like old contrast, and new contrast is like the new thing that has great coverage but no depth.
Icarus, the new Games Workshop all the new Games Workshops did was make me buy Army Painter washes.
Yeah, I like the Army Painter washes.
Orky boy, goblins are kind of hot. They are kind of hot. That's why I like them. Angron. Major Kill has hentai. What's your grot where is your grot hentai, Nick? It's up your butt. That's where it is. It's a good place to store the hentai, honestly.
Xeno Potassium, I'm going to get an Imperial Knight. What is the best way I should do shading that doesn't need any advanced tools? I think sponging. Sponging would be a good way to attack an Imperial Knights. You could sponge on the metal, sponge on the shadows, sponge on the highlights. It'll give you a really interesting texture. Two hands. I bought the same brushes from Amazon, but they came super stiff and nigh impossible to use, sadly. Huh. Too stiff? Like a toothpick?
I've never gotten that problem.
I like a stiff brush. I like synthetics.
Yeah. Anything that's stiff, I just enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
What can I say?
Xeno Possum, I can't believe Major Kill actually hires people to make hentai. At first, I was like, what the heck? Then I thought it was funny. Oh yeah, he's crushing it.
Literally crushing it. I mean, wow.
Mm-hmm. Little Nilber 93. God, PVC plastic is the effing worst. Scraping off the mold lines just makes it worse. Yeah, you almost have to like cut or carve the mold lines off. Because yeah, it just bends when you try to like drag your blade across it.
I only want to watch it. Speaking of hot grots, I looked up that Trixie Belle Malifaux model. Nick, you are a man of culture. It's a good model. I own it.
Ben MJ is very pro sponge today. I mean, sponging is a really good tool if you don't have other tools. Like it's sort of like a poor man's airbrush.
Mr. Hobbyman Canada 2. So what would you recommend for a good first pinup model? Your mom! It's a good one.
Xeno Possum, also where do you get magnets for the Imperial Knight joints? I really like K&J Magnetics. It's an online store, and they got everything you could possibly imagine. I'd suggest 6mm magnets for the arms.
Drax Spleen, what are your guys' thoughts on tan sand?
Love it. Can't get enough. I'm a little disappointed because the Games Workshop just showed off the new Kill Team box, and it looks like it's not going to be set on a world with tan sand.
Yeah.
And it's kind of bumming me out. And at this point, I think I have 5 tan sand boards.
Yeah. Although it looks like there's like piles of shit or something on there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they kind of look tan. Maybe they're...
Yeah.
Maybe there's little sprinklings of tan sand. I'm excited to see what this is like. And I think this could actually make the game even more fun because you're not dealing with fucking vantage points.
That is true. It'll be really interesting to see. The terrain seems to really fill up the board.
Yeah. Because I would assume potentially you can't go over the top of the walls.
Yeah.
You have to stay within the confines. And that could be really cool because then it's all about positioning and making sure that you positioned everything in the right spot.
Yeah.
Rather than, I'm taller so I can shoot you. But
You
you can't shoot me.
Yeah, that always sucks. It'll be interesting when we get to see the terrain. I'm sure it all pressure fits together, but like hopefully it does it. It's like you can just switch it up every single game, and just make a new maze every time.
Right, and then because we're crazy weirdos, then you know we buy all of the boxes, and we have all of that terrain.
Yeah.
So you can fit together and stuff. That would be sick.
Gregory Hall, what's a good entry-level 40k army to get into, as is Middle-earth strategy battle game dead? No local players in my area, and my local stores no longer carry their models. I think it's got pockets, but I don't think it's as popular as 40k or Age of Sigmar. The best 40k army to get into is whichever one you think is the coolest, because they're all the same.
Yep. I love it. The Shy Guy 489. The next Warhammer book must have a scene where a Kroot says, "I am Kroot."
I am Groot. I think that might happen in the book. What's it called? It's a Cyphus Cain novel for the Emperor. Cyphus Cain for the Emperor, or is it Caiaphas Cain for the Emperor? I think a Kroot says, "I am Kroot."
I really like the Kroot a lot.
Yeah.
I also think it's cool that they're all different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Like just little variations.
I like that the big guy with the gun, he looks a little shorter and stockier. Like maybe he's been eating Leagues of Otan.
Yeah. The big ass gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big ass gun's super cool. Like the bird guy, they're very fun. I love the peg leg. Peg leg guy has the skull that has like a little robot eye in it. It's weird.
Ooh, and in the article they mentioned like the Kroots get to the Space Hulks through I forget the name of their spaceships, but they used the name of the spaceship in the article, and so I looked it up. And the Kroot have really cool spaceships that are like spheres of interlocking rings that can open and close. And it's really cool. And they made them for the game Battlefield Gothic, and they're just really cool.
And I'm excited for a core rulebook.
Yeah. The same core rulebook. We'll each have a copy.
Right. Perfect. Yeah, I won't just look at it online.
Mm-hmm. Titus the Human, best way to get a big army fast for Space Marines, to buy it all. I guess that's probably the fastest way. How do I liquid water? How do I practice freehanding without ruining my models? Ruin your models!
Yeah,
But like if you paint something and you don't like it, you can just paint over it, and then paint over it again, and then paint over it again, and then paint over it again. Xenopossum, what house should my knight be in? I'm thinking House Tyran, but are there any knight houses that have light green? I think you should do Colonial Ranch.
exactly. I like mid-century modern personally.
Ooh, that's true.
That's actually my favorite kind of house, but yeah. Yeah, we're not helpful. That's just part of this.
Mr. Mechanic 2, so when do you think Games Workshop is going to make a Leagues of Otan kill team, and should it be in a box with Tyranid kill team? I feel like they probably will.
Yeah. The whatever the fuck the normal guys are, those guys were a kill team. Like they just had, it looked like they had all the same kill team options, like the comm specialist, all that stuff.
Yeah, the Knifey McStabberson.
Oh, the Kroot are so cool.
And the Breachers. Can't forget about the Breachers.
Yeah, I kind of like their boot shoe thing.
Yeah.
With the hoses and...
Big clunky boot.
Yeah. I think they're good. I don't know. I might like these more than the Krieg. They're really cool. I like the guy with the wrist computer who's just, it's a giant ass computer. I like the skull guy. It's fun.
Yeah, I think this is a really good box, and I can't wait to see how much it
Like,
costs.
yeah, I can't wait to plunk down 300 bones.
Oh God.
I love the little crude hounds.
A $100
Two.
increase in 1 year. If it ends up being $300, which it probably will be.
George Gajardo, I'm not used to Nick liking things. I like this box, and I like goblins. That's what I like.
I saw on Facebook somebody was like really zooming in on the Kill Team train they've shown off, and they were speculating that maybe the doors are actually going to have hinges. And I can maybe see it.
I can maybe. I mean, I'm looking at the article now. I could maybe see it too.
Or maybe some of the doors.
Yeah, maybe some of the doors. Yeah, for sure. Like some of these oval ones. Maybe this. It's hard to tell. It'd be really cool. It'd be cool. It'd be cool if they either do that or they can like click in or something at the very least.
Yeah.
I bet they hinge. They kind of look like they hinge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that they hinge. Print it. Nick reads. No, wait, it's $300. It's gotta be. See how much shit comes in there?
I know.
I think at the minimum $250. The
Stupid.
previous box didn't come with the rule book, and it was 110 or 210.
Yeah.
And it didn't come with the gubbins, as they call it, the dice and the cards and the other bullshit. I'd also assume if it comes with these gauges, it probably comes with the barricades, because that's all in one sprue, unless they changed it.
Darknet Printing, Nick, how's your Orc army coming along? Also, it's a new month, so that means, how's the buying lights? You bought them yet?
Oh, well, first, the Orc army, just chilling, just sitting there, getting dusty. But the lights, the previous update has been, I tried to negotiate a price with the person, and no dice. I can't get it for the price that I want, which is rude, because they're garbage. It's literally just garbage. And I wanted to buy the garbage, but not for the price that the garbage is priced at.
I don't watch it. It looks equal to or less than Octaris. It's got to be 210 at most. Octaris was 200, and it was
but that was a different world.
It was. It really was.
We were in a different world then. We're in a completely different world where the previous expansion box was 210.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God.
It's hard to say.
It's crazy that every Kill Team box has been significantly more expensive than the last. That's wild.
It is wild.
I guess the first one was 150, and we're like, okay, no rule book, no tokens, 150. That's fine. And the next one was like 175, and we're like, that's okay, I get it, inflation, whatever. And the next one was 210. We're like, hey now, hey,
yeah,
enough.
Right. And I could see them doing this for like 200, 210 or something just because it's like a starter box.
Yeah, like a lost leader.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, I could also see them being mean. They were
Yeah.
mean. They've been mean to Necromunda. 300 for the Ash Waste box. That really didn't feel like it came with much.
This has to be more popular than Necromunda though.
Yeah.
They
But maybe that's good.
A little bit of money on that.
Maybe they're like, yeah, Necromunda weirdos, they'll pay 300, but like for Kill Team,
Right.
we want it to be like a real product.
Yeah. Necro weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
Rump, Nick, my mom said hi. Back at her. Say hi. Say hi for me. She's one of my faves.
Jackster04 just bought myself a new pair of snips after my Citadel ones. The blade broke and flew into my wall, and it works like butter spread on warm summer days. I really want to get one of those really, really nice sprue cutters, like the ones that the Gundam people are always talking about. Just want to try it because I've always had cheap ones, and I had a secondhand, super worn out Games Workshop one for a while.
Hell yeah.
I think it'd be interesting to see. Because it would be like if you can just basically get a flush cut without worrying about ripping plastic out of the connection, like you sometimes do with cheap sprue cutters.
Right.
Marby Dog, Blackstone Fortress, thumbs up! Blackstone Fortress is kind of cool. I ended up reading a bunch of the expansions, like the rules and stuff, and it's kind of interesting. It's like a little adventure. You go on a little adventure.
Flipping a dude at 88. I have them. My god hands are the shit. Called god hands? Let's see.
Pretty
$60 bucks.
$60. Whew. The ones I were looking at were like 30.
I see 70. I see 60. 61. 62.
Is God Hands a brand or just like one particular
Yeah.
tool?
Looks like it's a brand.
Yeah. Do they have an entry model?
Yeah, it looks like there's a cheaper one. 40.
I feel like I'd be willing to try for 40. I mean, you don't realize how hard you make those sprue clippers work.
It's true. BJ McMurray. God Hand is the Bandai brand of paints and hobby supplies. Oh, flipping a dude at 88. They used to cost like $90.
And then no one bought them, so they lowered it.
What color are you gonna paint your navy breachers? Like their clothes.
Boy, it's hard. I was thinking leather, but that might make them look like they're actual Victorian diving bell guys, like not soldiers.
Yeah, I see what you're trying to do there. Maybe like a you should do orange.
Orange may be cool.
Like that would actually be neat, I think.
Maybe red clothes with really just beat up old diving stuff.
Maybe it's orange, but it's all beat up.
Mm-hmm.
It got some brown stains on it.
Right,
Looking
Terry.
up orange diving suits.
Jerry is stoked on War Machine Mark IV. What are your thoughts on that? I've never played War Machine. I've never really looked into it. I've looked at the boxes at the local hobby shop. It looks neat. I'm interested to like look at it from a distance. What's interesting though is it doesn't seem like they're doing that much marketing. Like they just showed off what's going to come in the launch box, and they just showed off like renderings. And it's like you didn't like no artwork, no pretty pictures, no cool fonts, just a list and a render.
Yes.
Imagine if Games Workshop did that, and they're like, "Hey guys, here's what's coming in the new Kill Team box, and then here's like a render of all of the models in white."
Yeah. Antonio, have you guys gotten your silver play button yet? Congrats, by the way. It will be here, I think, on Tuesday.
Ooh.
They sent out a shipping thing today. Here, let me. I found the look that you should go for your breachers. I'm just gonna put it on Discord.
Apo, any chapter ideas for Space Marine Army? Wanted to do more focused on range and preferably purple. I know I can make one up, but I want to see if there are any good ones that have lore. I think the Hawk Lords are purple.
Oops.
Morning, Angelica. I have 4 starter sets for War Machine version 3. I'm not going to use. You want them? No, thank you. Sydney Boo, is War
There you go.
Machine
I sent it
cheaper?
to you.
I don't know.
It's a good look.
How did you send it?
It's messages or Discord. It's in the general chat.
Boom. Ah! Wow.
That's a good look.
Yeah, that is something. But then, like, could I do like teal for all the metal bits?
Oh,
That would clash.
yes.
Pretty spectacularly.
That would be pretty cool. It's a fun suit, though.
It is.
Yeah. I see. There's a bunch of like old school ones that are like that.
Mm-hmm.
But with the big ass helmet, the stereotypical diving helmet.
Yeah. What army are you going to paint your silver play button as? I'm thinking Alpha Legion.
Good idea. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think we open the box, there's nothing in it.
Alex Novogel, Jay, you usually put your minis on Cork Tactirox and still use them for reasonably in kill team. I've put a few minis on Cork Tactiground and it raises their height considerably. Yeah, I don't care. It's not that bad in kill team because you can just conceal order, and so even if you're behind something but poking out, you can conceal order and you're safely hidden behind it. Usually, like a quarter inch is not gonna make the difference, and all maybe it's fine. Really, though, what you want to do is you want to kit bash all of your models to be crouching really low.
Yes.
And be like, no, they're sneaky ninjas. I didn't do that to cheat.
It's a good idea.
They're all army crawling.
Yep. Just as low as possible. You put them on longer bases.
Yeah.
See, if you put them on longer bases, then it's easier to hide them. Because you know, if you can't see the whole base, you can't shoot. You can't, you know, and they're concealed. You can't shoot at them.
Mm-hmm.
Action figure wrestling. I went to IKEA but forgot to grab the paint.
It's good. You made the right choice. It's not good. You can't even use it on train. It's awful. Unless you want to paint ducks.
Yeah, if you want to paint ducks, you can. You know, it really works out. But you know what isn't awful? The Patreon-only live stream that we're gonna switch to right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna go do. We had a bunch of videos out this week. Make sure you go watch them. We also have a Patreon exclusive episode going through some more Warhammer Plus coming out tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna be switching over to that Patreon live stream, and we'll be back with another live stream on Monday at 9 p.m. So join us for that.
Alrighty, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
And boop boop and.